Hi there, I just wanted to introduce you to our classroom online. So here is your students' Canvas course. They can get through it through their Canvas dashboard, which is here. In the dashboard, they will see a tile, and you will see this too if you have the Canvas Parent app that says LitComp 9, which is our class. You can go ahead and click on that. Once you click on that, it'll bring you to this home screen here that is the welcome screen. If you ever have any questions or your students have questions, email is going to be the best way to get a hold of me. I am going to have some live Zoom hours, so if students want to pop in, they can do that. Also, I have your Zoom links for your students right here that will always be there. And if your students have questions, I have a spot here where they can put their questions, and I'll make sure I'll be answering those at least once a day, just trying to make sure that everyone has everything up to date. Over here is how to use this course. It walks you through some of the things I'm going to walk you through and also some other helpful hints. It also has little buttons down here for you. Yours will look a bit different because you as a parent are not going to see all of these things over here. You're just going to see a few of them, but all of these will be live and active for you to see. So of course I have kind of a Meet Your Teacher. If you'd like to click on that, I'm going to take you through a little bit about me and my presentation today, so you might not need to. If you want to look at the syllabus and kind of see the overview of what we're doing in course for the semester, you can link to each week what we'll be doing. You can see the first week is up, and as we go through, I'll be making sure those are live. Has information about what's going on, what our targets are, what our rules are for academic integrity, and how grades will be kind of configured using the BSD grading scale. So all of that is here for you to look at and kind of take through, and I would encourage you to do so. If you go back home, there's also a button here. That's going to bring you to the calendar. The calendar is a great feature of Canvas, and when you go to the calendar, you can see a lot of what students have. Here I have mine set on the week, so I can see what's happening for the week. I, as a teacher, like to use kind of the month view as I have things kind of turned on and turned off over here. This is what I would highly encourage you and your students to do. Over on the right, if you click the class, you can turn it on and you can see, oh, I have all these things due. But sometimes it can get really overwhelming with all of the courses. So it's very easy to kind of click off and just concentrate on one course at a time. The view I like to tell students to share with you, and the one that I think is helpful for you as parents if you kind of want to check in and see how your student has done for today, is the agenda view. I won't have this because I'm not a student, so I don't have assignments, but every single day, every single assignment that teachers assign to your student will be this agenda view. So maybe you, like I, am a working parent and don't necessarily have time to oversee everything your student's doing, but maybe at the end of the day, 5 o'clock, you can say, hey, let's look at your agenda on Canvas and see if there's anything you need to do tonight. So this would be a very quick way to kind of check in with your students. So that's the calendar. The modules are going to be where all of our curriculum lives. It's going to be where the instruction is. It's going to be where the assignments are. So each week we'll have a module like this. So this is week 1, getting to know you, where we're going to be practicing a lot of these skills and just connecting back and trying to get back into the groove of things. So here we have kind of the connection instruction. That is typically going to have a video, whether it's a recording of our Zooms, so students who missed it, they can see, or it may be a recording of an asynchronous lesson. It'll also have this here, which is just kind of a welcome spot. Each day they'll have a little slide saying what we're doing today, the agenda, just like we would have it on the whiteboard. Have links to everything. We'll be doing a poem a day, doing a little poem practice, everything like that will be right here. If you keep scrolling, and you can't really see it because my picture is in the way down at the right, you will have a next button, and the next button is going to take you to the next thing on the list. So you can see we're practicing. The 2 major things we're going to be using in this class are discussions and assignments, discussions and assignments. So you'll see the discussion that is linked there for them. You will be able to click on this as well as a parent, just as your student would. You obviously can't reply, and you won't be able to see replies from other students in the class, but you'll be able to see your own student. So you can see here that we're practicing just uploading to a discussion. And then back to our module, you'll see an assignment. A discussion all the students get to see. It's similar to like a blog post or a social media post where they're going to be responding to each other and kind of talking since we're not in the classroom. Assignments are a bit different. The assignments are just for me and the student to see. But of course, you will also be able to see it as a parent. So in the assignment here, It'll tell the students what to do, and then you will also be able to see the student's assignment. As we get a little further, I will add in another video as well on how to look at your students' grades and kind of see their progress reports. Most of what we're doing is going to be what we call formative, which means that it's just for practice. And that's what's going to be happening for the first 3 weeks of school. Is we're just going to be practicing all of this information. And then once we have enough practice, we will be using BSD's guidelines to do a summative assessment. So here I just went underneath the syllabus to kind of grading. You can see, right, we're doing practice and feedback, all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully this is helpful for you. The biggest kind of tip I can say in helping you with navigate Canvas, which I know can be overwhelming even for me, is to ask your students. If you have them sit next to you and kind of show you and ask them questions and maybe click on some things, that's all going to be really important for you to be successful and kind of be able to check in with your student in the day-to-day.